So chapter 11, personalizing Word.
Number of cases is still 5.
Okay, so after studying this chapter, you will be able to customize Word options, use autocorrect to insert customized text, modify your document properties, implement and use accessibility features, use language translation features. So setting Word options. The Word options dialog box offers many options organized into several categories. So you can use proofing category to customize autocorrect, use a save category to change the auto recover and time interval, use the advanced category to set the number of documents in the recent list. Customizing autocorrect, you can insert customized text and special characters. You can replace abbreviations with terms. So there's a lot that you're able to do when it comes to customizing the way that you want Word to work. So starting off with this, we're going to go ahead and open up your thumb drive, and we're going to look for W11D1 Draft Proc. So this is the document you should have open. Okay, once you have that open, of course, we're going to do our usual file save as. Go to browse and make sure you're on your thumb drive. And this is going to be W11D1 Draft Proc Revised. And then hit save. Okay. So we're gonna go to file, and then we're gonna go to options, all the way at the bottom. And then we're going to the proofing tab. And then we're going to click on autocorrect options. Okay, once we're inside those options, for where it says replace text as you type, we're going to type in RCE. And we're going to type in Raritan Clinic East. Once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and hit add. And then we're going to click OK. And then OK again. Now on your keyboard, we're going to hold down the control key and press end, END, which should take you to the bottom of your document. Once you're there, in the first line of the first paragraph, I'm going to scroll up to the top of the page, and in the first line of the first paragraph, we're going to do at, position an insertion point in front of the word share. So it should be right after we. And we're going to type in at RCE space So now we're going to go ahead and delete that. So we're going to go to File. We're going to go back to Options. We're going to Proofing. Autocorrect Options. We're going to type RCE. That should show up in your search down there, and we're just going to hit Delete. And then we're going to hit OK. And then OK again. And then we're going to save our file. Okay, so autocorrect exceptions. So you can always select exceptions if you want. So we typed in RCE, it always came up with Raritan, Clinic East. We could say, except for when the first letter is capital, or maybe when the last character has something in there. That way, it doesn't always make that change. So you can have exceptions for when you type in those words, it doesn't always change it. You can modify the recent documents list. It appears in the backstage view on the open screen. The link is broken to the document if moved or renamed. So like when we're working on our thumb drive, if you remove your thumb drive and it shows that that was a recent document, it will not be able to open it because it cannot find that document. You can also set the number of recent documents to display. Now, this is handy if you're working with a shared computer. Maybe you're working on some personal information. You don't want people to see what you are working on. So maybe you don't only want it to show one item compared to showing the last 5 or 6 items. So that's where that comes in handy, where people cannot see what you were working on previously before they sat down at that computer, especially if it's saved to the computer and not on a thumb drive, because they're able to just to click on it and then reopen that document for them. So going back to our document. Oh, thank you. Okay, so back in our document, we're going to go to File, and then we're going to go to Options. We're going to go to the Save category on the left. So we're going to locate the Save Document section at the top of the dialog box. We're going to write down the current auto recover interval. So the auto recover right now is set for 10 minutes. And we're going to spin it down to 5 minutes now. In the same section of the dialog box, we're going to click the Save to Computer by Default checkbox. So that's going to be right here, Save to Computer. And we're going to, where it says Default Local File, we're going to go ahead and click Browse. And we're going to modify the location to choose the desktop. So over on the left-hand side, you should have the scroll bar. You should see something in there that says desktop. So once you hit desktop, you're going to go ahead and hit OK. And then you're going to hit OK again. Everyone follow that. So now we're going to hold down the Control key and press the letter N, which should give you a new document. We're going to go to File and we're going to go to Save As. And as you could tell, it shows this PC is highlighted. And you should see up here that it's saving to your desktop. We're going to click on Browse on the bottom. You know, have a browse. You should see that it's on your desktop. Okay, now we're going to hit Cancel. And then we're just going to close on out. I'm going to close the document. And now modifying the recent document list. So now we're going to go back to File and okay, we're going back to File and we're going to Options. We're going to go to Advanced this time. We're going to look for the display heading. So as you can tell, for my value, it's currently set to 50 recent documents. In. So show the number of recent documents. We're changing that to 10. So now if we hit OK, and if we go to File and then we go to Open, it should only show you 10 documents. Well, yeah, we haven't used it that much in this class. We can right click on any document in here. And in the list, and notice the clear unpinned documents. So you're able to clear whatever was pinned. So you could pin documents up here if those are your favorite documents that you're always working on. So we're going to hit Escape to close that menu. And now we're going to go back to your File menu. We are on number 5 on page 338. So in your File menu, we're going to right click on a document, any document. Right now, we're just right clicking on one of those documents, and you can see where it says Pin to List. You know, right click right there. And we're going to go ahead and choose it. So we're going to select it. Now you can click on the pin and you can see which documents are pinned to that list. So you can clear the recent document list so that it displays only pinned items. So you can go and just say clear the recent documents. Once again, working in a library, working on a shared computer, don't want anybody to see that. You can clear that list. Document properties. We have worked with this before. The property information is pulled from the document and word options. So some of the word options are who you are and things like that. Document properties are the ones that you can insert, who the author is and things like that. So you can modify those document properties. Like I said, we have worked on this before. Of course, you could create a custom property. You can choose from a list of suggested names and define the type of data, or you could define a new type of data. Maybe the one that they have, like they're doing here, is due date. You want to put a due date on your document. So you can create the custom name, you can put the data type, which is going to be a date, and then the custom content you can have for the value. Okay. So back to our document. We're going to go back to file. So you should get your file menu to pop up. We're going to go to options. No, we're just going to file and options. Yes, 11D4, page 339. We're going to save. We're resetting our autosave back to 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and uncheck the save to computer by default box. Yep. We're going to go back to advanced. We're going to go down to display. And you're going to change the number of recents back to your 25. And then we're going to hit OK. So all we did was reset the things that we modified. Okay. Modifying your document properties. So we're going to save our file. So we're going to file and save as. Go to browse, make sure you're in your thumb drive. And this is going to be W11D5. And then we're hitting our draft proc revised and hit save. Now we're going to modify our document properties. So we're going to go to File. We're going to Info. And on the right-hand side of your screen, you should see your document properties. And then we're going to enter the information that they're showing. So we're on page 341, number 3. It's a lot of typing, so you want to get it from the book. But for the title, we're entering in draft procedures manual. Then for tags, we're doing staff, nurses, aides, and doctors. And then for comments, sent for review early in April. What was it? And then for the author, we're doing Jill Murphy. Sent for review early in April. Okay. After we do that, we're going to click on the properties at the top. We're going to go to advanced properties. We were on number 5, or no, number 4, sorry. Now, as you can tell, when you go to the advanced properties, it shows everything that you typed in.
Well, you could type it in there.
Yes. We're going to go ahead and hit OK, and then we're going to save the file. Okay, once we do that, we're going to do another file save as. We're going to go to browse. And we're saving this as W11D6 draft proc revised. W11-D6 draft proc revised. So once we do that, we're going to go back to file. We're going to info. We're going to click on properties and we're going to go to advanced properties. And now we're going to custom, the custom tab. And now we're going to create our own custom property. So we're typing in due date for the name. For the type will be a date. And then the value, we're doing 0 or 7/31/2026. And then we're clicking OK. And then we're saving the document. Okay. So accessibility and language options. Enhancing accessibility, the search box can make features easier to access than commands on the ribbon. Word works well with a variety of screen readers. Alternate text for images helps those with limited vision. And then you have language options. You can set the proofing language. You can translate a selection or complete the document. Okay, so back in our document, we're going to do a file save as. Doing browse, we're changing our document to W11D7, draft proc revised, and hitting save.
I think it's these six, right?
Did I miss one?
No, 7.
76.
7. Last one was 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then we're going to view. Oh, sorry. In the search box above the ribbon, we're going to type in immersive reader. So up here in the type, we're going to type in immersive reader. Okay, well, in 365, you will get the immersive reader that will read the document for you.
You have to enable it or something?
Correct. So that's where you will do a search and it will allow you to do it. And that's where it will format your text as an immersive reader text. And then you can tell it to read aloud.
Yeah.
I've seen that, but I'm like, what are they saying? What are they doing? So we can't do that in here.
Correct. So we're not going to do that one. So you can go ahead and just, we're going to skip over. So now we're going to number 3 or page 344. We're going to open up a new blank document. So just a, yep, just a new document. So Control N. Control N to get a new document. And then we're going to go to review. Language. The language drop down. And then we're going to set proofing language.
You better learn some ways.
So after we select that, you see that English United States is what's currently selected, and you could change it to whatever you would like. We're gonna go ahead and hit cancel on that box. And then in our blank text document, we're gonna type in hello, exclamation point, how are you, with a question mark. Once you do that, we're going to highlight the how are you. And we're going to go to translate under review and language. And we're going to click on translate selection. Yep. And we're going to choose Spanish. Once again, this will, in 365, it will actually translate it for you. Yeah. And then we can insert that into our document where it would automatically type it out for you.
Yeah, we could like go more stuff. Yeah. I have to have more type of- Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you get that thing? It's been a minute.
After that, go ahead and close out, save your files. Well, not that one. Don't save that file, but you will save your other one. Don't save that one. Make sure you save your W11 D7. W8 we don't save.
But doesn't it say that the W11